After Mikhail's attempt to kill the Nemesis had failed, it gave Jill and Carlos a chance to escape from the Nemesis, as he had been blown off the train with little to no damage. He continues to hunt down Jill, but in the manhwa of Resident Evil 3, this is the moment when he comes face to face with William Birkin in his G-infected form. Both brutes know their strength and what they're capable of, so without a second thought, they approach one another and prepare for an intense battle. The Nemesis strikes first. Birkin dodges it, but not the second strike. This blow angers Birkin, and he follows up with a powerful strike with the enormous claws from his right arm. This does little to nothing to the Nemesis, and he retaliates back with a much more powerful punch that even Birkin did not see coming. Birkin continues to strike his opponent's face with his deadly claws, pushing the Nemesis back, just as he too was pushed back with a punch to his abdomen. But instead of fighting back with another powerful attack, the Nemesis decided to use his second deadliest weapon, his rocket launcher. He quickly aims, shoots a rocket directly at Birkin, landing the hit, which sends Birkin far back, crashing onto the remains of the train. The Nemesis does not give Birkin a chance to recover, and he follows up by beating his opponent with his own fists, each hit becoming even stronger than the previous one. Birkin appears to be in danger of losing this fight, and the Nemesis is prepared to end his fight once and for all. He reaches out to his opponent, but suddenly, he begins having flashbacks of his previous life, before he became the Nemesis. Here we see that he was once a professional boxer with a wife and child that he loved, and as he continues to beat his opponent with his fists, he remembers doing the same in his career as a boxer, a professional boxer, claiming multiple victories, which made him the perfect test subject for Umbrella's new Tyrant project. But as he grabs onto Birkin's mutated shoulder eye, his flashbacks continue to flash before his eyes, distracting him from his present fight against Birkin. But he now remembers the moment when Umbrella framed him and put him behind bars, just to perform a deadly experiment which would be the start of a tragic ongoing nightmare. He begins losing control as he gains more memories of his past life, giving Birkin a chance to recover and fight back. Birkin starts to mutate into his second form, giving him not just the chance to recover, but gain even more strength and speed than before. Birkin is now ready for the second round, and as soon as the Nemesis strikes, Birkin is able to catch his opponent's fist and counter with a much more deadlier attack than before. His right arm has gained additional muscle mass, and that single strike pierces through the torso of the Nemesis. But it's not over, as Birkin begins to crush his opponent's insides in hopes of ending the fight and claiming victory against the Nemesis himself. The Nemesis continues to have flashbacks, which continue to interfere with his fight, but now he has triggered a part of his memory which was an even worse experience than his transformation into the Nemesis, seeing what happened to his wife and child. We now see that before Umbrella dropped the parasite into his body, he was given a chance to see his loved ones one last time, before they took matters into their own hands. An executive of Umbrella is shown to enjoy torturing him before placing the parasite into his body, but then the Umbrella executive orders his men to bring in the test subject's wife. They tie her up, and the executive gets a syringe and injects the wife of the Nemesis with a virus that instantly begins to turn her into a zombie. But to make matters worse, they begin shooting her multiple times in front of him. Now they bring in another victim, his son, and without any remorse, the Umbrella executive proceeds to inject the boy with the same virus. Witnessing the death of his wife and son, the Nemesis gets a hold of himself and continues to fight Birkin with everything he's got, even after receiving a crushing move from William Birkin. Nothing tops off the pain of witnessing his own wife and child die by the hands of Umbrella. That bald executive killed his family in front of him, and nothing, not even Birkin, was going to stand in his way of his revenge. So he continues to hit Birkin with everything he's got, and he manages to strike Birkin with an even stronger punch. Even after Birkin managed to mutate into his second form, he still hasn't claimed victory. The Nemesis continues to pulverize his opponent, and as he strikes William Birkin with multiple hits, the tentacles from inside the body of the Nemesis begin rising, giving him additional strength, and in the end, he managed to bury William Birkin into the ground with one punch after another, winning the fight. The Nemesis cries out with a victorious yell before continuing his hunt for Jill Valentine. Once the Nemesis is gone, the ground begins to shake, and Birkin rises from beneath the ground, exposing his giant right arm, with the possibility of already mutating into his third form. The Nemesis won this fight, but it's not over yet, and we'll be taking a look at the rematch in another video. As you can see, this fight was intense. Both brutes went all out, and even Birkin needed to mutate into his second form to put up a fight. You never would have believed it if you hadn't seen it, but it's a good thing that the manhwa of Resident Evil 3 gave us the chance to see what a fight between these two would have been like. And if we're lucky, Capcom will give us a chance to see this fight in the Resident Evil 2 remake or Resident Evil 3 remake, as I'm sure that game will be released eventually. But as for now, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if so, be sure to leave a like, share with others, and subscribe if you haven't. And if you'd like to see some extra content, or you'd like to see your name at the end of the videos, then feel free to support the channel by donating a single dollar to my Patreon. There are also additional perks for donating more than $1. The link is on the description, along with the link to my Facebook page, Tumblr, DeviantArt, and Twitter. But anyways, I'll see you all in the next video, and remember to have an awesome day.